Target set for Joe Flacco as Browns guard Joel Bitonio praises Shedeur Sanders' work ethic. Introduction. A locker room balancing act. The Cleveland Browns enter the 2025 season holding onto two parallel truths. On one hand, veteran quarterback Joe Flacco provides stability, experience, and proof that he can still deliver when games matter most. On the other, rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders has injected fresh energy and ambition into the building, displaying a work ethic that has earned the respect of his teammates, particularly veteran guard Joel Bitonio, who has seen nearly everything in his 11 years with the franchise. This dynamic creates a fascinating storyline for Cleveland, a team rooted in the reliability of a Super Bowl MVP quarterback while also betting on the long-term upside of youth. The contrast isn't a point of conflict. Rather, it's shaping the identity of a team that wants to finally move beyond inconsistency and chase meaningful football in December and January. Bitonio, with 7 Pro Bowl nods and the scars of years spent in the trenches protecting quarterbacks of all kinds, may be the most qualified voice in Cleveland's locker room to weigh in. His perspective on both Flacco and Sanders provides an insider's lens into how the Browns plan to navigate this season's delicate quarterback balance. Joe Flacco, calm at the center. When Kevin Stefanski named Joe Flacco the Browns' Week 1 starter, the decision carried both logic and emotion. Logic, because Flacco is the reigning 2023 AP Comeback Player of the Year, a quarterback who engineered a late-season surge 2 years ago, going 4-1 down the stretch to push the Browns into the playoffs. Emotion, because Cleveland has been starved for reliability at quarterback for decades, and Flacco's poised leadership still carries weight. Joel Bitonio, who has seen quarterbacks come and go since his rookie year in 2014, admitted he takes comfort in having Flacco in the huddle. "I want to play meaningful games in December." In January, Bitonio said in an interview with Nick Pedone at GV Artwork, "For a player who has battled through too many wasted seasons, meaningful football isn't just a cliche, it's the defining measure of progress." He brings like calmness, this, cool Joe to the team. "We have a quarterback that we trust and we know he's going to make the plays," Bitonio explained. "We obviously had success with him a couple of years ago and we think we can recreate that." The Browns' roster construction reflects this belief. With Deshaun Watson's return uncertain, Flacco has become more than just a placeholder. He is the bridge between the present and the future, the veteran hand tasked with steering a roster filled with both proven talent and untapped potential. Joel Bitonio's veteran perspective. Bitonio has lived through the turbulence of Cleveland football, from Johnny Manziel's chaos to Baker Mayfield's playoff run, from Watson's drama to Flacco's resurgence. Now, as one of the Browns' most decorated players, his words resonate deeply inside the locker room. His perspective on Flacco is rooted in pragmatism. After 11 seasons, Bitonio knows what it takes to survive an NFL campaign. He also knows what's at stake. "God, I would hope I could tell you that, hey, we're going to the Super Bowl," he said with a smile. "But I think we take it 1 week at a time and we compete and we have a team that fights out there, and we're putting out stuff that we're proud of as a team. I think that's going to be successful for us." Bitonio isn't naive. He knows the Browns aren't favorites in the AFC, not with powerhouses like the Chiefs, Ravens, and Bengals looming. But for a franchise that stumbled to a 3-14 record just last year, progress is measured differently. For Cleveland, December football that still matters would be a victory in itself. And to Bitonio, Joe Flacco is the key to making that possible. Shedeur Sanders, grinding for respect. While Flacco represents stability, Shedeur Sanders represents ambition. The rookie quarterback entered the NFL with more media attention than most rookies could ever imagine. The son of Deion Sanders, known universally as Coach Prime, Shedeur carried both hype and skepticism into Cleveland. Could he translate his prolific college numbers into NFL success? Could he grow beyond the flaws that scouts harped on? His tendency to drift in the pocket, his struggles under heavy pressure? Bitonio has had a front-row seat to Sanders' adjustment, and his verdict is clear. The rookie has impressed. "Both guys came in since day one, put their head down and worked," he said, noting both Dylan Gabriel's professional approach and Sanders' intense focus despite the constant media circus. As Bitonio described it, he's come in and he's worked and he gets a lot of media attention. But truthfully, he's on his own, like he is dialed in. He's trying to learn the playbook, trying to understand what's going on, and he's performed well in camp. This endorsement matters. Bitonio isn't prone to empty praise. If he says a rookie is dialed in, it means that player has shown more than just talent. It means they've earned respect through consistency and work ethic. The preseason split, two very different performances. Shedeur Sanders' preseason provided a microcosm of his NFL potential and his challenges. His debut against the Carolina Panthers was exactly what the Browns hoped for. 14 of 23 passing, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 19 rushing yards. He looked poised, accurate, and creative, igniting excitement among fans who dreamed of a quarterback renaissance in Cleveland. But then came the Rams. Sanders' flaws surfaced under relentless pressure. He went 3 of 6 for 14 yards, took 5 sacks, and lost 41 yards in just 2 quarters. His body language showed frustration. His timing evaporated. The same issues that haunted him at Colorado, drifting deep, struggling to reset under pressure, reappeared under NFL speed. Those 2 performances painted the picture of a player who isn't a bust but isn't ready either. Stefanski made the decision clear. Sanders would be the emergency QB3 behind Flacco and Gabriel. It wasn't a demotion as much as it was a recognition of where he is in his development. Dillon Gabriel's quiet rise. Overshadowed by Sanders' name recognition was Dillon Gabriel, the 3rd-round pick whose consistency throughout camp earned him the QB2 role. Gabriel's poise impressed both coaches and veterans like Bitonio. While Sanders drew headlines, Gabriel drew respect with his preparation and ability to bounce back from mistakes. This dynamic means Cleveland's quarterback room is layered in an unusual but potentially powerful way. Flacco provides leadership. Gabriel provides readiness. Sanders provides raw potential. For a team that has historically been plagued by quarterback instability, this is a structure that, in theory, offers both immediate answers and future hope. The Browns gamble, youth and experience together. Bitonio summed it up best. You draft quarterbacks, and it's probably the most important position in sports. So why not take a couple of chances at it and see if, one of these guys can continue to develop and be a productive guy for us. The Browns' strategy is clear. They aren't just betting on one solution. They're layering their bets, pairing Flacco's proven resume with the developmental arcs of Gabriel and Sanders. If the veteran can steady the ship now, and one of the rookies blossoms in the next year or 2, Cleveland could finally stabilize the position that has haunted them for decades. The vision for December and beyond. For Joel Bitonio, everything comes back to December football. That's the stage he craves, the time of year when games matter most. Having endured countless meaningless games in his career, he knows the difference between teams that survive and teams that thrive is simple: quarterback play. The Browns' 2025 narrative hinges on overlapping threads: Flacco's calm leadership, Gabriel's readiness, Sanders' work ethic, and Stefanski's steady hand. If the system clicks, Cleveland could position itself to contend in the AFC and silence decades of jokes about instability at quarterback. Bitonio's words carry the quiet conviction of someone who has lived through too much mediocrity. His belief in Flacco's steadiness and Sanders' determination isn't blind optimism. It's the calculated hope of a veteran who knows how fragile NFL windows can be. Conclusion: 2 truths, 1 goal. The Browns' locker room holds 2 truths at once. Joe Flacco is the trusted hand to guide the team right now. Shedeur Sanders is the hardworking rookie grinding to be ready for his moment. Joel Bitonio, more than anyone, appreciates both realities. As the season unfolds, the spotlight will stay fixed on the quarterback room. Flacco will be asked to prove he still has enough left in the tank. Sanders will be asked to continue growing behind the scenes. Gabriel will be asked to be ready if his number is called. And Bitonio will be asked to keep protecting whoever stands behind him, the way he has for more than a decade. For Cleveland, the formula is straightforward but not simple. Blend veteran leadership with youthful ambition, and hope it produces meaningful games in December and January. If it does, Bitonio's vision may finally come true, and the Browns might just find themselves playing football that matters when it matters most.